It's what I didn't like was the injuries. I would have preferred if San Fran got beat straight up as opposed to losing two best offensive weapons, and they ain't taking that L. The Jets defense is the Jets defense. I think that's one of the things that we talked about last week.
Yeah.
That defense is scary, man. It's a monster. And if you're playing around, they'll get up on you, and you don't know what's going to happen.
Yes.
Cleveland.
Yes.
Cleveland's defense, what I say about Myles Garrett and them boys don't fuck around.
Oh, yeah. Wow, man. It's just, you don't expect it to happen until it happens. Man.
Yes,
I mean, it was one of those weeks, man. We expected the 49ers to be injury prone eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Getting to week 6 was a surprise. Usually they're missing about half the team by week 3. But the one that really almost surprised me, I know that we're surprised by the Browns one and the Eagles.
The Eagles, yeah.
But the Giants almost beat the
That
Bills. That was
game
a surprising
was
one for me
freaking.
because
I was shocked. I didn't even know what the hell I was watching. But you know what? I'm gonna say it was bad Bills instead of good Giants.
Yeah, Josh Allen did hurt his shoulder a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We saw that. But man, it's just a surprise because with the Jets, I already know the Jets are nice on defense, and we've seen them beat the Bills as well. So
right.
To beat the Eagles, it's like y'all are just clearly the kryptonite for the top teams.
Right.
With the Cleveland Browns, we know that defense is nasty. It might be the best defense in the league right now. So they can win at any, moment. Like we were just joking about how they're just like the Steelers and how that defense can carry them, which it did.
Well, they had a little ref help too. Let's not ignore that.
They did. They
yeah.
did. But Jake Moody was also the king of the week for them.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Jake Moody. He lost me a bet. We're not going to talk about that.
Right.
But yeah, it's those two games to me felt like games that were losable for those teams. The Bills Giants one, if they would have lost that game to the Giants, I would be sitting here like easily choke of the week. 100%.
And now we're having a different conversation about the Bills. I'm not going to say that they don't belong in the postseason, but as far as them being a favorite to win it in the AFC, we need to have a talk. Well, you know what? Here's the thing. The AFC is going to be a war. Like the AFC, I mean, like, especially with that top seed and with everybody projecting like the top 3 seeds in the AFC. Yeah, it's going to be a battle. So definitely. But yeah, anyway, let's go into our review for last week.
All I know is this. Aaron Rodgers done went to the Chinese organ farm and got them a new Achilles.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, I don't know, man. It might be bad for y'all going forward.
We'll see about that.
Gets the offense, it might be a whole different story.
Absolutely. All right, fellas, without further ado, game of the week for last week. What was it for you guys? Megaton, your game of the week.
Sheesh. Ironically enough, man, it kind of might have been I don't want to say it, but I will, and I know Flip gonna be mad. The Cowboys and Chargers.
Oh God.
I'm not mad because I was thoroughly entertained in that game.
Oh yeah.
Cowboys and Chargers game was fun. I can't trip, man. It was one of those games where it was like a lot of back and forth. You weren't quite sure how it was going to turn out. Both of them were acting turnover prone like they're supposed to, but
I think
the Cowboys just got it together and had that one drive that made up for it at the end of the game. But it was super amusing. Yeah, and it was a great Monday night game. It actually made me stay up. I was trying to go to sleep. Yeah. I just didn't end up going to sleep.
Yeah, shout out to whoever dumped that ball in Crisco because you would have thought as much as they couldn't hold on the damn ball, that's what happened. Yeah,
real talk though.
Yeah. All right, Flip, what was your game of the week?
Same one. I got the Cowboys and Chargers. It was a sad loss. The woman that they kept putting on the screen was clearly me during the game. I felt like she represented all Chargers fans during that whole entire moment because, oh my God, it was not fun. It was it was fun as a football watching perspective, but as a fan, I'm not gonna be sitting there entertained because my team has to punt the ball and hope for a fumble just to get into the red zone. It wasn't the greatest performance. It wasn't the greatest showing. I was hoping that Kellen Moore was in his revenge bag a little bit more. It seemed like the game was very defensive, and I like defensive games. I'm a fan of the defensive games, and it looked like the Cowboys were kind of locked up a bit, but then they would, Dak would run out the pocket. A lot of holding calls in this game, a lot of penalties in general in this game. But Dak would run out the pocket, make some time for his receivers, and it was fun to see him kind of not change up the way he plays, but to look like the Dak we saw before that ankle injury.
Yeah.
Because lately we see Dak, he's just standing in the pocket, kind of scared to take off. And in this game, he just decided, this is the game that he's going to play like the old Dak. So I was a little upset by that. Yeah. But it was an entertaining game, so it was definitely a game of the week for me.
Yeah, and I am inclined to agree. I mean, because it seems like both teams were struggling to try to give it to the other team. So it's like, well, instead of who wants it more, it's who wants it least. Like, come on, we're giving you this damn game. And we see whose tires went flat first. So that's what, to me, that's what it was a matter of. Who wants it least? Yeah. That's what it was a matter of for me.
Yeah, I'll give you one other interesting game of the week for me was the Patriots versus the Raiders. I was not expecting the Patriots to score shit.
Yeah.
Remember, I put them on the single-digit watch list last week. So for them to pull out 17 points, man, that was shocking.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's an indictment on the Raiders defense, though, more so than actually supporting them.
It probably is, I'll be honest, because nobody expected them to do a damn thing on the road against them. But yeah, all right. Yeah, without further ado, now, most improved team of the week. Megaton, who was yours at all the games you've seen this week?
I think I almost gave it away. I was going to actually say the Patriots, even though in the loss, because they scored 17 points. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go to Jets. Again, it's 2 weeks in a row for me saying the Jets. They weren't supposed to win, man. There was nobody in Vegas that had that. Yeah. So, I got to say the Jets, that defense looked crazy. They just really got it together, and it was just one of those things that I wasn't expecting.
Can that double as the choke of the week, too?
It could.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
It definitely could.
Yeah.
It definitely could double the choke of the week, but I would say probably the Jets if we're going to go through that.
Okay. All right, Flip, what was your most improved team for this week, for this last week?
I got to go with the Texans. They went up against a tough defense, a defense that I thought was going to take away the pass a lot, which they did. CJ Stroud had his worst game of the year. And when you think about that, you think, okay, if Stroud's having a bad game, then this should just be an easy win for the Saints.
Right.
No, the running game actually showed up. The defense actually showed up. So it was nice to see that this team looks like it's a well-balanced, well-oiled machine. It's not just CJ Stroud has to throw them into the game. They can rely on the run game now, which shout out to Devin Singletary. They finally let him get some carries.
Right.
It looks like this team could be a contender in the playoffs if they can keep this up. I don't know about this year, but maybe next year. But yeah, that's my most improved team this week.
Now for the choke of the week. Megaton, who was yours? You can give it 5 teams deserve it, but one more so than the others.
That's the thing, man. This is tough, man. A lot of teams really stunk it up when we thought they were going to be good.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with my Bears.
Oh,
that would be surprising. I'm going with the Bears. You just came off of a big victory, high momentum, 40-20. You look like you could score. You were building up this offense that was doing everything it was supposed to do, and you had the city excited. You get a home game, and you go that you only scored 13 points. You get Justin Fields injured for however long with a dislocated finger because you can't protect him all of a sudden again, and you're not rolling them out. You slip back into bad habits. Yeah, man. No, you stunk up the field. And that's part of the issue that I have. That's why I would call it that the choke of the week. But if we're going to be fair and not think about it from that perspective, then I have to go with the 49ers, man.
Oh yeah,
the 49ers had no excuse, man. Like, you're not supposed to lose to the Browns. I don't care about the weather. I don't care about the injuries. Your defense is supposed to be better than their defense, but all of a sudden they proved why they're the number one defense in football, and they made you look bad.
Yeah. Once again, you can help. You can help the ref. They had ref. Once again, you can say that they had ref help too. But come on, you're not supposed to miss that damn field goal. I don't care. So yeah,
it ain't supposed to be that close either.
Yeah,
it ain't supposed to be close that it comes down to a field goal.
Yeah,
that's the issue. I don't care if it's raining. I don't care if you're in Cleveland and you're from the coast and you like good weather and it's chilly and rainy in the Midwest. I mean, you better get your life together.
Right. Yeah. All right. Flip. What was your choke of the week?
My choke of the week. Man, I kind of want to give it to. I'm kind of bouncing between two, but it might be. I guess I got to give it to the Niners. I'll give it to the Niners. Yeah. I know they got a few injuries on that side of the field, on the offensive side. I think this was the week that we saw if Purdy could, get it done.
Yeah.
This was that week that we wanted to see, can Purdy get it done when the pressure's on him? Clearly he showed us he couldn't. Even, he still had Ayuk out there. You still got George Kittle out there. You still got some weapons. Like, we've seen a lot of quarterbacks in this league that have less than that every week, and they get criticized way more than Purdy. So for you to go out there,
also let the record show that this is Purdy's first real regular season loss.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, wow.
It is, and I don't know. I think this was that week where I was looking at him and I was thinking, can he pull this off? Can he go over there and get it done? Mm-hmm. And to an extent, he did. He got down the field, but it's like Jake Moody missed the field goal.
Robbie Gould makes that. I don't give a crap. Robbie Gould makes that field goal.
He probably does. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
good as gold, man. Mm-hmm. Shout out to the ex-Bear.
Facts.
But my issue with it is, you're getting hyped up as this MVP candidate. Mm-hmm. You're getting hyped up to be, the guy for the 49ers. You lost the quarterback battle to P.J. Walker. And you can't say, it's because Cleveland's got this great defense. No, the 49ers have just as good of a defense. Right. Fred Warner, Defensive Player of the Year candidate. Nick Bosa. We've been, ranting and raving about these guys. They got Tarvarius Ward in the secondary. Mm-hmm. And basically, he had the same weapons as P.J. Walker. P.J. Walker got Amari Cooper. You got Brandon Ayuk. Yeah. So, shit. If we want to be extra real, you got George Kittle, and he's got David Njoku, who just had his face burn off.
Yeah.
So, it's like he's playing with way less, and he's still out-dueling you out here. Mm. You even with missing McCaffrey, you still got the better coaching system. Mm-hmm. You still got everything on your side. No, it ain't quotable.
The running game fell apart for him, no Flip. That's what so that's McCaffrey.
That's the reason why.
Yeah, but we've seen the 49ers put mailmen behind that line, and they just be running. So I can't really fault them for that. It's just like that. It was a good defense on the other end, and you couldn't perform up to your MVP standards. Mm. So I got to give them choke of the week.
All right. I ain't mad at it. In the long run, I guess I'm not mad at that. Hopefully this loss doesn't come back to bite him, but I think it will. All right, anyway, gentlemen, without further ado, let's get into week 7. Ooh, man. First up, we got Thursday night football game. Jacksonville Jaguars going on the road against the New Orleans Saints. This is an interesting game. The Saints, a lot of people are calling the Saints probably the most shaky 500 team right now. I mean, well, you can make that argument, but I'm not sure. Yeah, and the Jags, the Jags are solid. What was that, Flip? What was that?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, but yeah, the Jags, like I said, the Jags looking pretty solid. And the Saints, believe it or not, I'm looking, are favored by 1 point. And the thing, like I said, the Saints, this is a home game, and I don't really even know if I take that bet. I wouldn't take a bet if it was over 5. He's got to be over 7 for me, it's got to be at least a 6-point game for me to comfortably take the Saints, or to bet against them. But yeah, the Jags, like I said, they're looking pretty good, looking pretty decent. The Saints got to show me a little bit more to make me believe that they can be. I mean, because look at it's pretty much a foot race in the NFC South. Well, they're pretty much atop the NFC South right now. But man, I don't know if they get it done against the Jags at home. Now, well, shut my mouth if I'm wrong, but give me the Jags in this game 28-20. Now, I'll say 27-21. Megaton, who you got? Saints, Jags.
Just one stat correction for you on that. It still should be the Buccaneers, though.
4-2. Still should be the Bucs.
Ahead. So just, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I think maybe Vegas knows something we don't about that Trevor Lawrence injury.
Yeah.
That was one of the main things that was coming up. Trevor Lawrence might be hurt, might be a little gimpy. I don't know that I trust him against that defense. The secondary ain't bad over there. You got Honey Badger over there going crazy. That's what he does. You still got Marshawn Lattimore in that secondary too. He don't play around.
Yeah, and the Saints running game is nuts too.
Yeah. So, I think that's a tough defense that you got to think about. The offense, somehow, some way, Thomas is going on to become Mr. Consistent again. Like you can rely on Michael Thomas to at least catch the ball and do a slant game like he's supposed to. Olave, however the hell you say that man name.
Olave,
Olave, there you go. Olave, he's, quietly putting up a nice performance this year as well, doing what he's supposed to do. You got a running game back. You have a 1-2 punch in that backfield. So, the only thing is, can Derek Carr be consistent, or is he going to start turning over the ball again? So that's there. Etienne, he is who we think he is. I think he's solid. He's going to run. But if you have Trevor Lawrence that's weak, I don't know that he gets the ball to those wideouts. And we already don't trust Jacksonville's defense like that. So I could see it being a close game. I tend to lean towards Jacksonville if healthy.
Yeah.
So that's a caveat there. Let me go with Jacksonville 21-17.
All right, Flip, who you got? Jag Saints.
Man, this game it's a little interesting because we see the Saints team, and I feel like they should be performing at a better level. You got Alvin Kamara, you got Chris Olave, you got Michael Thomas. I know Derek Carr has been a little bit hurt, but I think this team is kind of underperforming on offense, and it's kind of throwing me off a little bit on just choosing them over the Jacksonville Jags right now. But man, when I think of this Jags team, I don't really see anything that makes me excited for them this week. I think this Saints defense can be their kryptonite. Take away Christian Kirk, take away Zay Jones. I mean, you got one of the best cornerbacks in Marshawn Lattimore on that side. The defensive line is nice. They can, pressure Trevor Lawrence. The only shining spot for this offense for me is Etienne, and we see that the Saints have a really good run defense as well. So can't even really, be excited about that one either. I feel like this might be one of those games where we see the guys like Evan Ingram making big plays. We see the guys like Alvin Kamara taking over the game. But when I think about that, I'm thinking I kind of lean towards the Alvin Kamaras, the Michael Thomases, the Chris Olaves on that side more than, Evan Ingram, obviously. Right. I'm not expecting Evan Ingram to have a Shannon Sharp type game. So I got to go with the Saints here. I know Derek Carr is probably still a little banged up, but he's getting healthy every week. Defensively, I just don't like the Jags. I think the Saints can put some points up on them. So give me the Saints in this one. I'll say 23-20 over the Jags.
I'm not mad at that pick. I'm really not mad at that. Can't get mad at it. Right.
Could have gone either way. I could have gone either way on this one too.
Yeah, I just trust the Jags a little bit more. But anywho, next up, we got the Las Vegas Raiders going on the road against the Chicago Bears. As a man known as Thanos the Mad Titan once said, reality is often disappointing. Yes. Yes. So that little high that the Bears had came down, didn't it? The Raiders are no better because I mean they struggled against the damn Patriots, who's one of the lower tier teams in the league right now. Man, and guess what? The Bears are down to their second string. What the hell can they possibly do to the Raiders? And I mean, like I said, the Raiders are nothing to take a stick at. I mean, but come on, all you really got to do is just put the ball in the air for Devontae Adams. Yeah, Devontae Adams again. You got to put the ball in the air for him, and they still have a somewhat decent running game. And the Bears don't have a running. The Bears ain't had a scary running defense in God knows how long. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. But yeah, going ahead and give me the Raiders over the Bears at Soldier Field. Unfortunately, 23-20. Megaton, who you got? Raiders, Bears at Soldier Field.
I was gonna go to this game if Justin Fields was playing.
Yeah,
Justin Fields is playing, so therefore I will not go. And I doubt that the Bears show up for it either. So Tyson Bagent, or Baggett, whatever, Bilbo Baggins, I don't care. Get him out of here, man. It was one of the most disrespectful things that I've seen recently in the Chicago papers, that they said he made the game exciting and they were happy that he at least came in and made the game exciting. In what way did he make the game exciting? We scored 13 points. I am not buying it.
Running for his life behind that busted up O-line, if that's exciting.
I'm offended personally that they disrespected Justin Fields in such a manner. We still don't have healthy running backs. So with no running game and, relying on maybe Deonta Foreman, I don't know if that's a thing. DJ Moore is DJ Moore, man. He's been playing his heart out, but, Cole Kmet been doing decent too. I've always been a Mooney fan, but they haven't been able to get him the ball. I don't trust our offense at all. I think our coaches are morons. So there's no way in good conscience that I could bet on the Bears in this one. I think, Devontae Adams has done what he's done to our team in many a year, so I think he does what he continues to do against the Bears. It doesn't matter if it's Aiden O'Connell throwing him the ball. Doesn't matter if it's Jimmy Garoppolo. And Jimmy Garoppolo is actually from Chicago, by the way, FYI. So he might come and stink it up too. Yeah. Josh Jacobs has been a letdown this year, coming off of the season he had last year. He's been a letdown, but I still don't trust this Bears offense to do much anymore. I don't trust the defense at all. So I kind of got to go, this hurts to see. You see, I had to rub my head. It hurts.
Yeah.
Let's go with the Raiders, unfortunately, and let's call it 23-14.
Yeah. Not a very high scoring game, but I'll take that too. All right, Flip, who you got? Bears, Raiders.
I don't even care about this game.
Yeah, this is one of the sleepers.
Man, I think Jimmy Garoppolo's playing. I don't know if he's playing. This man comes in and gets hurt and comes back out the game. I'm not interested in this game anymore. The only thing that would have kept me interested is if Justin Fields was playing, which he's not. Nothing about this game seems fun. Everything about this game feels like it's going to be real low scoring. Someone's eventually going to, put up 20 points, maybe. Doubt it. It might end up being a 17-10, 17-13 kind of game for me. The only shining light in this is that it's Devontae Adams on the Raiders side, and Devontae Adams can be good with any quarterback. We've seen this now. He's proved himself. DJ Moore, I mean, he's kind of proven himself. We saw with the Panthers, but I just don't know if he's gonna be up there with the Devontae Adams, the D Hops, and all those guys, and put any quarterback on the field, and I'm putting up 100 yards type of situations because they're gonna need him to save this game.
Mm-hmm.
Or they just rely on the run game. And I think I wanna say like the Bears could win this game if the run game gets started, which is very possible.
Yeah.
They are a running team in my eyes. So get back to the basics. I don't know if Roschon Johnson is playing this week. I think he had a concussion last week.
Mm-hmm.
But they could have a two-headed monster in Roschon Johnson and Deontay Foreman back there. They wouldn't even have to know about this guy that I don't even know the name of. Megaton said his name about 5 minutes ago, and I already forgot it.
Bryson Bagent or Bagent.
Yeah.
Bagent. The guy who I have no faith in to win this game, and probably the reason why I'm not picking the Bears to win this, just because I think Davante Adams and Josh Jacobs are too good of an offensive, two-headed monster for that Raiders team to really bet against it. But I'm going to leave this on the table that I think if the Bears run the ball successfully, they will win this game because that opens up the pass for DJ Moore, and DJ Moore can get open. But
true.
I'm going to say on the safe side, Raiders 17, Bears 10.
Sneaky fantasy pick, Josh Jacobs, because our run.
Watch out for him. Yeah, watch out for Josh Jacobs. All right, next up. Now, this game is very, very tricky. Oh, yeah. Also, get well soon to Anthony Richardson. He's just had shoulder surgery. He's out for this season because of that. It's a damn shame. The Colts just can't have anything, can they?
They can't have nice quarterbacks
anymore,
man. They have Peyton Manning.
No.
They shouldn't have got rid of Peyton, man. You know, they said Peyton was washed, and then Peyton won some Super Bowls. And after that, they haven't been able to keep a healthy quarterback.
Nope. Shout out to Andrew Luck as well. But yeah, Colts Browns. Like I said, this one is very interesting, and it's the Gardner Minshew show. Can Gardner Minshew? It's a home game for the Colts too, and the Browns aren't gonna have no ref help this time. Now, like I said, the Browns still got a top 5, top 3 defense in the league, but it depends on which Gardner Minshew is going to show up. The Browns are currently favored by 2.5 points, and I don't know if you take that. Now, if Anthony Richardson were playing, I ain't no way in hell I'll take that bet. And I don't think let's see, is he active? I don't think he's active. Starting QB for the Browns. Yeah, I don't think Massage
man.
Yeah, Massage Watson. I mean Deshaun Watson, not Massage Watson. Deshaun Watson. I don't think he's playing. But yes, yeah.
Nasty work, man.
Yes. I don't think Deshaun is playing. But yes. But yeah, joking aside, I mean, Browns, they still got a hell of a running game. The defense is top notch, and they still got a pretty damn good receiving core. The thing is, if Watson is playing, I don't think that they want to shoot out with them. I don't think the Colts want to try to sling the ball down the field against the Browns because the defense ain't having that. Especially, and the thing is, if Myles Garrett gets to Gardner Minshew, it's ball game. So I'll go ahead and take that bet. Give me the Browns 24-23 over the Colts. Megaton, who you got? Colts Browns.
Man, the Browns. Stop. And I don't think they shit the bed. I think that defense is solid. I think Gordon Minshew running for his life, man. I don't foresee him getting safety anytime. It's not going to be good. No one's going to protect him, and it's going to be a show. With Myles Garrett, I predict at least getting a sack and a half, maybe 2.
Right.
And what's the big boy in the middle on the other side? Okonkwo, whatever his name is. How you say that?
Okonkwo.
Okonkwo, whatever. It's gonna go crazy. And I don't see them having a letdown on defense at all. Amari Cooper seems like he's getting back on a roll. Coming off a 100-yard game, I think he could do it. Ford is a serviceable enough running back. Mm-hmm. So whoever starts on quarterback, whether it's PJ Walker or the other one, and I can't remember. Yeah. Two letters last name. Thompson Robinson or whatever.
Yeah, Thompson Robinson.
Yeah, there you go. Dorian Thompson Robinson.
Yeah.
I don't see ass names.
Yeah.
A long ass name, man, for no reason, man. You ain't that good to have a long ass name. You gotta be good if you got a long ass name.
Exactly.
But either way it goes, give me Cleveland, man. I love Pittman. I don't think there's that huge of a fall off, but I like between the passing ability of Minshew, but he can't move. He can't shift the pocket. Zaire is going, do what Zaire does. But, other than that, I think that's the only bright spot you're going to have on that team. Unless all of a sudden Jonathan Taylor becomes Jonathan Taylor from last year.
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't see it. So give me them. I'm going to take it in a low scoring game. So let's call this let's go with a 21-17 scoreboard.
All righty.
And I'm going to go with the Browns.
All right, Flip, who you got? Colts, Browns.
Colts, Browns.
Interesting game.
Man, it is. Gardner Minshew threw the ball 50 times last week. 50 plus times. I think it was like 50 or 55 times, which is insane to me. That is an insane stat to me because I did not expect him to throw the ball even 40 times. So for him to hit the 50s, when you got Jonathan Taylor and Zach Moss in the backfield is very, very interesting. This Cleveland Browns team, he can't throw the ball 50 times. I'll say that. There's no way in hell that they even have a chance to win this game if they throw the ball 50 times. That defense is too good. You gotta get the run game involved. You gotta get the run game started.
Oh, they're daring him to throw the ball down the field 50 times. They're daring him.
Yeah. I do like their chances, though. I do like this Colts team. That's the one reason why I'm kind of going their way because, once again, it's just like the 49ers situation where you have a good offense and a good defense, and you're battling this team, the Cleveland Browns, who have a subpar offense now with Deshaun Watson not there. I don't even know if he's playing this week. I think even if he does play, he's still probably injured.
Yeah, not 100%.
So we got PJ Walker again. This is a Colts win game. This is a game for the Colts to win. There's no reason to tank. You got your franchise QB. You don't need Caleb Williams. This is your time to show off the running back you just spent $30 million on.
Yeah,
Jonathan Taylor. Run him 25 times this game. This should be the game where you run him. There should be no 50 throws from Gardner Minshew, none of that. And I think if they stick to that game plan where they run the ball and keep the ball on their side of the field, time possession wise, not on their side of the field, because then obviously. But yeah, just keep the ball in your hands. Time of possession should be crazy. PJ Walker is not marching down the field multiple times.
No.
So you have a two-headed monster in Zach Moss and Jonathan Taylor. Run them. I hope that's what they do because Gardner Minshew should not be thrown 50 times. With that being said, though, I got the Colts in this 23-17 over the Browns.
Yeah.
That was a crazy analytics stat, by the way. Like 50 passes when you have those two running backs.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Insane.
Yeah. And he was only like, 26 for 51? Something crazy like that?
That is insane.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, I'm going to give you a time check. We might need a commercial break in about 2-3 and pop right back in here.
Yeah. Definitely.
As you know how Zoom likes to do.
Yeah, they got that 40-minute thing.
Yeah. Well, guys, we'll be right back after this commercial break. Give us 5-minute intermission.
Yeah, we'll pop in, pop right back out.
All right. Yo, Flip, can you hear me? All right, can you hear me loud and clear? All right, there we go. You should be good.
All right, cool.
All
cool,
right, yeah.
cool.
Now we're just waiting on Megaton to get back.
Oh, that didn't work out.
Now, for all my viewers out there, this is a song by Lil Wayne called "No Mercy" during our intermission. As soon as it wants to play. There we go.
Imagine that. Catch a sick, the dog got his. No mercy. 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 And I won't back down.
We're just waiting on the Flip to get in, and then we can resume the podcast.
No mercy.
Let's see. There we go.
No mercy. No mercy. No mercy. No mercy. No mercy.
Oh, looks like the Aces are about to win that championship.
Yikes.
Uh-oh. Close game, though. 70-69, 20 seconds left.
Mm.
Damn, who's got the ball? Oh, the Liberty do. Okay.
All right. All right, I just sent Megaton the email. Hopefully we get him back in here in the next couple of minutes.
Yeah, because that timer's running, huh? Oh,
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. That timer's running. Once again, for all my YouTube viewers, we apologize for the brief intermission. Well, the lengthy intermission now because, we decided to do this on a Zoom call. Zoom is better. It gets better reception than doing a live on the live on Twitter. But the only problem is you got a 40-minute time limit. And there we go. Yep, here we go.
Welcome back.
All righty.
And
Megaton.
we're back.
Yeah, and we're
Nice.
back. Yes, sir. All right, and we're back. But now, anyway, let's get right back into these predictions. Next up, we have an AFC East matchup. We got the Buffalo Bills going on the road against the New England Patriots. Now, if the Buffalo Bills do not smoke the Patriots' boots, because they're favored by 8.5 points, might as well go ahead and say they're favored by 9 points. I don't give a damn if it is a divisional game or not. They have there's no reason why they should lose this game. No reason. They looked piss poor last week. I think they're going to come out as mad as a hornet last week because of the way they performed. But that's the thing is you got to look at Josh Allen. Is that shoulder 100%? And we'll find out. And the Patriots, I just don't know what to think of them. Like I said, they're 1-5 for a reason. But I mean, it might be close just off the strength that Bill Belichick knows that he knows the Bills well, and he knows that Josh Allen may or may not be 100%. But that's the only way that it's close. But I still got the Bills convincingly in this game. Give me the Bills 27-17 over the Patriots. Megaton, Bills, Patriots. Who you got?
I mean, I got the Bills. That's easy money. This is the we might fire Bill Belichick campaign this year. I think he has earned the right to try to leave on his own, but he chased Tom Brady out of town. Mm-hmm. He tried to chase Tom Brady out of town for Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah,
and then he did it for Mac Jones. I can't with good conscience ever bet on the Patriots this year, man. Mm-hmm. So let's take a look at it like this, man. I want to see my man get his dub on. I want to see. I really, really, really like what Gabe Davis has been doing recently. Like quietly, he's been putting together a really good season. Mm-hmm. He just scores touchdowns, man. He just pops up and does that. He's got he averages like 16 some yards a catch or something like that. Mm-hmm. So solid. I like Cook still. I think he's a solid running back too. And this might be the time they need to get, back on the roll again. So if not abuse the whack teams, then who are you going to abuse on?
Exactly.
So I'm going to take Buffalo, and I'm going to take it not being close. I'm going to take Buffalo 33. New England, I'm putting you back in the single-digit watch list right now. Y'all getting 9 points or less.
Wow. All right.
So, yeah, you go.
All right. Flip, who you got? Bills, Patriots.
I think this is a close game. I think it's just like the Giants-Bills game, just because I think Josh Allen is still going to be hurt. Mm-hmm. I don't think this is one of those weeks where we see him come back and he's fully healthy. He's probably going to be out there with a couple injections. Probably don't know where he is for about 2 quarters.
Yeah.
And then, maybe they pick up the pace in the second half because, the drugs start to wear off a little bit and he starts feeling himself. Man, I can't believe in this Patriots team. I just can't. As much as I think they have good weapons, I think Ramondre Stevenson is a great dual threat back. I think Zeke's a little past his prime. Mm-hmm. The receiving core, though, I'm not a fan of it. And Mac Jones, I'm definitely not a fan of. But the defense, I mean, you can always look back on a Bill Belichick defense and think to yourself, as long as the offense is solid, the defense is going to do what they got to do. Mm-hmm. But the offense is not solid, and the defense is giving up points because of that. We see it every time, every year. If the defense, has to be on the field the majority of the game, they're going to eventually tire out. Yeah. So I think that's exactly what's going to happen. They're going to lock up Diggs for maybe 2 quarters, and then they're going to get tired because they have to keep coming out on the field because Mac Jones is either throwing picks or throwing 3 and outs. And then the Bills just take over. So give me the Bills in this one. I'll say 23-10 over the Patriots.
All right.
Oh, so that's not close like you said it would be. Okay, you started off. You scared me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be close in the beginning, and then they're gonna pull off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I had to think about it a little bit because
right.
I mean, I love the Patriots defense because they're always annoying and they always take the best receiver out out the game. It's to bend their game plan. It's just you can't do that for 4 quarters.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Diggs has good splits though, and they got Gabriel Davis. Like I said, like if you look at
Gabriel Davis is
Diggs against the Patriots, he's done all right, And then you got Davis on the other side. I think they'll be good.
And they can't contain James Cook for long. They don't have a running defense to speak of, at least not that much. Is the Darius Smith hurt?
Well, that's the issue with the Bills right now. Half the Bills' defense is hurt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Tre'Davious White is hurt too.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Like if you look at the Bills' defense right now, I mean, it's Micah Hyde trying to keep triage together, right? And
Yeah.
I mean, luckily you did get the return of Von Miller as a pass rusher.
Oh yeah.
You're easing him back into the game, and I think he's going to get on Mac Jones. But that defense isn't healthy, so it may be problematic. But either way, single digits. I'm with you. You gave him 10. I said 9.
Yeah. All righty. Next up, NFC East matchup. You got Washington Commanders going up against the New York Giants, who just had the fight of their life last week, but to no avail. And Washington is still a pretty solid team from what I can see, especially on the defensive side of the ball. I think Tyrod's starting again. This might be where he needs to show improve, fellas. I mean, like I said, he looked decent last week, but the old Tyrod Taylor would have dropped at least 21 on the Buffalo Bills. Well, but then again, the old Tyrod Taylor was playing for the Buffalo Bills, so there's that. Man, the New York Giants, what can you really say about them? Saquon is running his heart out, but to no avail. Man, like I said, is Tyrod gonna be able to get busy enough, or is he gonna be able to hold that Commanders defense off long enough for him to do something? And the Giants defense, especially their secondary, laughable. Open and shut case for me, as much as I hate to say it. Give me Washington over the Giants. Let's say 21-17. Megaton, who you got? Giants, Commanders.
Yeah, I'm never going to bet with the Giants, man. Sorry.
Yeah. Especially after last week. I don't blame you.
It's I love Tyrod Taylor, though, man. Like, I root for him. I want him to be dope. I want him to have success, man. He has a great story. Going on his 14th year in the league. Like, I think he's just a vastly underrated quarterback. I think he's been pretty good for a while. People just can't wait to get him off the field for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm rooting for Tyrod Taylor in this. But Sam Howell is having kind of a sneaky, decent season on the low. I mean, he throws a lot of picks, but he can put some yards up. And he's got weapons, man. They got a solid running game, and Brian Robinson Jr., I don't think, people stop him. Scary Terry is trying to be scary again. But Curtis Samuel has been getting touchdowns recently in the past 2 games. I think Logan Thomas is too much for that defense. Although those linebackers, that linebacker pair was going crazy last week for New York. So I don't know, man. Like, I don't think it's high scoring at all because I don't think either one of these offenses are frightening. But at the same time, give me Washington. They still have one of the best fronts. They have a top 5 rated defense if you kind of look at it across the board. So I think it's a little too much for New York to handle with that bad line that they have. Give me Washington over New York, and let's make this ugly 17-13 ball game.
I agree. All right, Flip, who you got? Giants, Commanders.
Give me the Commanders in this. I think this is open and shut case.
Yeah.
Tyrod Taylor looked all right out there.
Yeah.
Didn't look great. I don't know if Daniel Jones is on his way back in, but either way, it's not looking great at the quarterback position. Saquon Barkley. I like Saquon. Everyone likes Saquon. Saquon is great, but Saquon can't carry that team.
No.
Barry Sanders couldn't carry the Lions. Well, he did carry him to the playoffs, but I mean, he had a little help.
Yeah.
Also win. Just to the playoff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Saquon can't do it alone. Not with Daniel Jones out there. Not with that defense. This is a Commanders game. We saw them last week. They showed up. They played hard. They got the win. I like the Commanders because we see that they have a lot of weapons. They don't use them all the time, but we see that they have the weapons to get wins against teams like the Giants, like the Falcons. They have a Curtis Samuel. They got Scary Terry when he is scary. They got Jahan Dotson. They got the two-headed running back system with Gibson and Robinson. And on the defensive side, they got Chase Young back. They got, a solid defense that can, hold teams to points, low scoring points. Yeah, I gotta go with the Commanders here, man. The Giants just aren't showing me anything that is impressive. You almost beat the Bills, but that was with the hurt Josh Allen, and they were tearing you up in the first half. Diggs was cooking them. So, give me the Commanders in this. I'll say 17-9.
All right. Next up, let's see, NFC South matchup. You got the Atlanta Falcons 3-3 against the Tampa Bay Bucks 2-3, home game, Raymond James Stadium. The Bucks.
Wait. Nope. Stat check on that. Tampa Bay Bucks do their schedule. Do their schedule again. I think they're 4-2, aren't they?
No, they're 3-2.
3-2. 3-2. Yeah, okay, you said 2-3. Yeah, so just wanted to check.
Yeah, 3-2. But yes, but all right. A lot of people say that the Falcons are a suspect 3-3 team too, because a lot of people, I don't know why, I just have this thing where I just defend Desmond Ridder. Everybody just dumps on him. I don't know why. I mean, is he elite? I mean, there you go. See, but yeah, I don't think he sucks. I just don't think he's elite. But but see, here's the thing. Like, if his weapons step up for him, they'll make him look better than what he really is. So it's technically not all his fault. But yeah, I mean, as far as him being able to sling the ball at the NFL level, he can't do that jump consistently for 4 quarters. He just can't. Now, if he had a line,
6 touchdowns, 6 intersections, Desmond Ridder, we're talking about the same one.
Well, when you put it like that, yeah, like I said, I think he does get a little bit too much hate. But thing is, you guys are making your case. But yeah, like I said, the Bucks are quiet. But thing is, the Bucks, they are very, very sneaky, and they can pull some wins out. Now, do they do it here? I think they do it, especially with how the Falcons, with how they performed last week, especially with Desmond Ridder being as turnover prone as he is. But yeah. Like I said, the Bucks, they're pretty solid, they're pretty decent. The thing is, and they might not have a defense to speak of, they might not have a top 10 defense to speak of, but if Desmond Ridder can make mistakes and if they can shut down that running game, well, I don't know if it's going to be mighty hard to shut down that Falcons running game. I mean, you might have to run the ball 30-40 times for it to be effective, but still, go ahead and give me the Bucks in this game. Give me the Bucks 24-20 over the Falcons. Nah. I'll be generous and give the Falcons 20 points. Yeah, 24-20 Bucks. Megatone, who you got? Falcons, Bucks.
I'll make it simple. I got the Bucks. Levante David, I think, he shuts down that running game. I think between him and the big boy in the middle, Vita Vea, I think, Vita Vea. Yeah, Vita Vea. Okay, thing. I don't see them running as effectively as they have, not on this Tampa Bay team. And you can lock down those wide recievers very easy. I told you I have no faith in Drake London. He's not raw. And Desmond D. Shitter, a.k.a. Desmond Ridder. Quarterback rating is an 81, fam. Wow. Like, come on, man. Like, you can't win games like that.
No.
He's not that. And, yeah, he's young. Maybe he'll figure it out. But this ain't the year he's about to figure it out. Their defense actually is kind of interesting on, like, the passing game. It's not that bad. Jesse Bates got, like, 3 interceptions right now. So he's not doing too bad on the secondary side of the game. So I'm going to give them a little bit of faith knowing Baker Mayfield can be turnover prone at times. And he's for an interception or two. So that'll keep them in the game. But at the end of the day, I think Tampa Bay is a little too much for them. I think, both Mike Evans and Chris Godwin do their thing. They have a good balance on that end. And who's going to body Mike Evans in the red zone? Nobody on the Falcons. So give me Tampa Bay. Let's call this one 24-21. Surprisingly close.
All right.
But give me Tampa Bay.
All right. Flip, who you got? Falcons, Bucks.
I got to go with the Bucks in this. The Falcons, like we were saying, Desmond Ridder is he's not fun. He's not a great quarterback. He's kind of holding that team back. Honestly, I'm surprised they haven't gone out and got somebody on the free agency. Cam Newton is right there. He's been begging someone to come pick him up.
Let Cam come home. Bring Cam home.
Yeah, like he's an instant upgrade for this team. They're not trying to tank. Clearly not.
The 3-3.
You could get him for a discount right now. And he is an instant upgrade. He could have Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Jonnu Smith. He could have them all dancing in the end zone.
Bijan,
right now.
The thing is, he could take some of the running pressure off Bijan.
Exactly, and he can still run himself. He's still built like a linebacker.
Yeah,
he's good to go. But yeah, that's my only downside for this Falcons team. The defense looks like it wants to show up. And it has shown up. It's just that, once again, it's one of those time of possession things. And this Falcons team can't keep the ball on their side. Bijan can only do so much. Mm-hmm. You can't put the team on a rookie's back. Mm-hmm. That is insane. That is insanity. You have to do something. Arthur Smith is praying that Desmond Ridder just turns into an elite quarterback for a couple games, just so they can, at least be in contention. Mm-hmm. This is it. Ain't it? I just don't know what to say about the Falcons. The Falcons they're not a great team, and I don't see them winning against the Buccaneers, who have all the weapons, and they haven't really missed a step with Tom Brady gone. Yeah. They're still solid. Give me the Bucs in this 24-16 over the Falcons.
All righty. Next game. Oh my God, a potential game of the week here. We got the Detroit Lions going on the road against the Raiders. Now, I want to take this time to apologize to all the Detroit Lions fans that I pissed off at the beginning of the season with my prediction, because I predicted that the Lions would be second place in the NFC North behind the Vikings. And the Vikings are stinking it up right now. But yeah, the Lions, they shut my mouth. They proved me wrong. Ravens looked good last week. This is going to be a clash of the Titans. And it's going to be a matter, I think it depends on whoever's got the ball, whoever has their hands on the ball the last 3 to 4 minutes of the fourth quarter. The Lions, the thing is the Lions going to be able to run up that score on that Ravens defense? I'm not sure. And is Lamar Jackson going to be 100%? Is he going to be super Lamar to where he's slinging the ball down the field and he's not afraid to run the ball either? But the thing is Lamar brave enough to do it on that Lions defense? I'm not sure. But right as I'm looking right now, the Ravens are favored by 3 points. They're favored to win by a field goal. And to be honest, I don't know if I take that bet. So I'm actually going to go with the quote-unquote underdogs here. Give me the Lions over the Ravens. Let's say 26-24. Megato, who you got? Ravens, Lions.
Okay, so this is a really interesting game, and I think this is going to be a fun one. From a defensive side of the game, I think, first of all, my man Roquan, he knows the Lions. He knows the Lions well, and I think he matches up against them well. Geno Stone is out there doing some crazy things. I think he has 3 interceptions on the year too. Mm-hmm. So he's kind of handling that secondary pretty well over there. I want to see Jadeveon Clowney get a sack or two because I think it's there. Also, newsflash, that running game that has been keeping the Lions in things, I don't know if Gibbs can do it by himself. David Montgomery's out.
Oh, wow.
And with no Montgomery, I think that takes a little bit away from that play action that Jared Goff's been living off of. Mm-hmm. Jared Goff is quietly putting together a great quarterbacking season, but it's been based on play action. Yeah. So if I'm looking at him doing play action and actually alleviating some of that pressure, I don't see that being a good fake with Jahmyr Gibbs the same way that it is with David Montgomery. Montgomery's just a tougher runner. He took the man's job. Even though Gibbs is, averaging a good amount per clip for carry, they're back that David Montgomery is, especially against a tough-ass defense like you have with the Ravens. So that's my quick down and dirty. I think, Josh Reynolds and St. Ravens, man, Mark Andrews, Zay. I think Zay will catch the ball this time. I think he won't drop the ball. and he'll hold on to it. And I like Lamar Jackson. You know, he's the man. And let's go with
Lions.
Yeah, I agree with Megaton here. I think without David Montgomery leading that back, the Lions rely on the play actions. You know, you can't run the play action really well with Jahmyr Gibbs. He's not a power back. He's more of a shifty guy. You're not gonna get, you know, those tough 4 or 5 yards from Jahmyr Gibbs. I don't know if I can even trust what's his name, Craig Reynolds, to replace David Montgomery and be that guy. So on that side, I'm thinking, yeah, they got St. Brown, yeah, they got Laporta. We're gonna have to see if Jared Goff can, you know, be that sneaky MVP candidate this week. This might be his test game without David Montgomery there, because they do love to rely on that run game to, you know, keep the clock moving and keep the ball out of the offense's hands. Mm-hmm. It's been their bread and butter for the last 6 weeks. And it's going to be interesting to see how they switch it up this week, because I don't think they keep that formula going against the Ravens. On the other hand, on the flip side, I don't know if I trust. I don't know if I trust Lamar Jackson.
Yikes!
Well, not necessarily Lamar. His receivers.
Oh God, yeah. Especially since that game with the Ravens, 7 drop passes. There's no excuse for that in the last game. Yeah.
Exactly. Because
over 10 drop passes the game before that.
Yeah.
They don't catch
exactly. It's bad. It's not looking good for that you know, receiving core. His reliable guy, Mark Andrews, I feel like they're kind of zeroing in on him. They're making him throw to the guys like Zay Flowers, making him throw to the guys like Odell Beckham, Rashad Bateman. The run game it's not looking the greatest. I don't lie. I thought Gus Edwards and Justice Hill were gonna, you know, keep up that momentum from the week after J.K. Dobbins went down. They look pretty good. Derrick Henry apparently is on the trading block. They might want to inquire about that one.
Wow.
I trust anyone named Gus as a mechanic or as I don't trust him as a running back.
Exactly. Man, it's not looking good for that Ravens backfield. I'll say that. But yeah, with that being said, I think in this one it's defense for me. I think the Ravens defense is superior to the Lions right now, just because they're missing a lot of guys. They're missing a lot of pieces. Brian Branch looked great for that secondary. I feel like if Brian Branch was healthy and playing at full 100%, maybe this is a different story, because he was spectacular in the first few weeks. But I got to go with the Ravens here. I'm going to hope that they, you know, actually catch the passes this week. So give me the Ravens in this 20-17 over the Lions.
All righty. Next up, NFC West matchup. You got the Arizona Cardinals going up against the Seattle Seahawks. Cardinals 1-5, Seahawks 3-2. Seahawks favored by 7.5 points. I will take that bet, because the Seahawks, I mean, the thing is, these games are always dogfights. And like I said, the story of the Cardinals is make it interesting for the first half and then fall apart. And you can't do that against a team like the Seahawks who can run up the score with you. You know, especially DK Metcalf is going to be lighting that secondary up all night long. I don't care. And yeah, like I said, you know, I just bless the Cardinals' hearts. Like I said, because they fight every single game. I guess they're trying to make it not look so obvious that they're tanking. But yeah, that means still they're putting on a hell of a performance. Even with some of the injuries that they got, they still find a way to be competitive. But I just don't think it's going to be enough, especially with that 12th man, because this is a road game for them. So going ahead and give me the Seahawks 28-14 over the Cards. Megaton, Seahawks, Cards, who you got?
We had a Kyler Murray sighting at practice.
Oh, really?
We did. And it's possible. I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna play or not, but he was at practice and he practiced.
I see.
So who knows, man? If he comes back, that changes this a little bit. But our man Amari DiMarcado let a brother down, man. He let him down last week. I said his name was fun and everything. Yes. I believed in you, and this is what you did to me. So yeah, I ain't betting on them. I think they're getting washed. I think both Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf have fun on this secondary because I don't trust this defense worth anything. Josh Dobbs, man, like he's Josh Dobbs, man. He doesn't throw touchdowns. Like he doesn't. So
I got a question for you.
Yep.
Is Kyler Murray that much better than Josh Dobbs has been this season?
Yes. That's a good question.
120,000%.
I say slightly.
I say acting like Kyler Murray wasn't an All-Pro at a point.
Well, like, look who he had. But look at who he had opposed to who Josh Dobbs had.
I don't care. He still got Hollywood Brown. He got Michael Wilson emerging. Zach might be older, but he's still there. Rondale Moore is great out of the slot. Like, nah, man. Like, there's no reason why Kyler Murray could not be successful with this team. Mm-hmm. I'm not on the shit with Kyler Murray bandwagon like I'm on the Desmond Ritter D shitter bandwagon.
Right.
We hate him. Like, I don't know where the hate for Kyler Murray came from other than he's short.
Yeah.
He could run. He's a fucking all-pro, man. Like, why are we treating him this way? It's not cool.
Yeah, he's a well-rounded athlete.
Look, I was inquiring.
Kyler Murray slander must stop.
I agree.
I was inquiring because after last season, a lot of people were on the doubter train about his ability as a quarterback.
I don't.
Mainly his height.
I don't.
Right.
Yeah.
You want to hate on the short brother, but he fast. Get out of here. Stop hating on the short brother, man. He'll be all right. I like him. But if he doesn't play, then, yeah, it's Seattle, and they washed them easily. The defense, Bobby Wagner, them boys, they don't play around over there.
Right.
So, yeah, give me Seattle in this one, and I'll take the points and cover. I'll take them 28-16.
Wow, okay. You went a little bit over, but okay. All right.
28-16.
Yeah. All right, Flip, who you got? Cards, Seahawks.
Yeah, I got to pick the Seahawks, too. I like what the Cardinals have been doing. They've been entertaining. They beat the Cowboys. They showed us that, hey, they are a couple pieces away from being those guys again. Just a couple seasons ago, they were, 6-0 to start the season?
Yeah.
Maybe even 8-0. I don't remember exactly.
Under Kyler Murray. So once he's back, we'll see how it is. But I don't think he's going to be back this week.
Yeah.
So I'm going to assume that Josh Dobbs is still the starting quarterback, and I got to agree with Megaton. I don't see them winning this game. The Seahawks are just too nice to me. You got Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker in that backfield. I'm always a fan of that 1-2 punch, like Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker. Now they're trying to do it with Derrick Henry and Tyjae Spears. On the Chargers, we have Melvin Gordon and Eckler. I love that 1-2 punch of the shifty back with the power back. So when I see Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet, I'm thinking to myself, that they got that formula going. They got DK Metcalf. They got Tyler Lockett. They got Smith-Njigba. They got Geno. He's not the greatest. He's all right, but, they won a Super Bowl with Russ game managing, so Geno's fine. And that defense is nice. So they shouldn't have too much of an issue with this Cardinals team. Obviously, it's a division game, so I'm going to give them a little bit of leeway, but I'm going to say Cardinals lose this one. I'll say 24-20 over under the Seahawks.
They don't cover the spread for Flip. Okay.
Wow. Okay. All right. Next up, we got you got the Green Bay Packers going on the road against the Denver Broncos like it matters at this freaking point because the Broncos have disappointed me so many damn times. It's ridiculous. And what's even more shocking is the Packers are only favored by a point. If y'all can see the look on my face right now, I'm like, why? I would give them at least a touchdown over that. I would give them at least a touchdown over the Broncos because the Broncos aren't showing me anything. At this point in the season, I thought that the Broncos would be at least 3-3. Shame on me for having this kind of optimism in Russ. And the thing is, it ain't even Russ half the time. Half the time is bad coaching. Russ can only do what he does, and I think they never really recovered from that ass whooping that they took from the Dolphins. Packers are all right. They're not the best, but I believe that they can do enough, like Jordan Love and company and Aaron Jones, they can do enough just to run the ball down their throats. So going ahead and give me the Packers over the Broncos in this game. Let's say 23-17. Not that high scoring, but still. All right, Megatel, who you got? Packers Broncos.
Is Aaron Jones healthy?
I think he is. I think he is.
He hasn't done shit this year. AJ Dillon's been trying.
AJ Dillon's,
but he hasn't done good this year.
Yeah, I think
for real.
I think Aaron Jones is good to go. I think Aaron Jones is good to go.
Okay, well, if he's good to go and he can do what he normally does, this Packers team ain't good, man.
Yeah, they're not.
Like, let me keep it really real with y'all, man. Like, okay, do we really want to talk about the Packers for a second? AJ Dillon got 194 yards on the whole fucking season. Aaron Jones has 59 on the whole season rushing. That's horrible. Their wide receiving core, the leader is Romeo Doubs with 228 on the whole season. That is horrible to be 6 games in and leading receiver on your team has 228 yards. It's 45 yards a game. It's trash. Jordan Love, yeah, he makes it look amusing sometimes, but he only got 1,083 yards on the season. He has a 77.3 quarterback rating. He stinks. Packers suck. I'm going to go for the upset.
Wow.
Go Russ. Shout out to Sierra. Let's go with my Peter hate. And it's going to be close, but it ain't going to be high score. Give me them and give me the Denver Broncos to score 17 versus the Packers 14.
Jesus, you got it a low scoring game. All right.
Yeah, because they stink. Both of them.
It's the toilet. The toilet bowl. But yeah. All right, Flip, who you got? Packers Broncos.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I don't like anything I'm saying from this Packers team. Who did they play last week on the third? It was a Thursday night game last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
They had me upset that whole game. Jordan Love. It was the Raiders. It was the Raiders game. They had me upset that whole game. The entire game was run with AJ Dillon first, second down, or obviously the play action or something. But third down, Jordan Love refused. He refused to throw that ball short for the first down. He was taking deep shots to Christian Watson for no reason. And I'm just sitting there like, why? Why do y'all keep doing this? Just take the yards. But no.
Because they want to get cute.
Yeah. The yards. It was insane.
Yeah.
And he's just not. He's not a great quarterback. He's not there yet.
Hey,
as much as I would love for him to be a great quarterback because he's on my fantasy team, he's just not. He's not. But yeah, that Packers team is missing Aaron Rodgers terribly right now. Terribly. And this Broncos team, I know we give them a lot of shit this year. They had 70 hung up on them. We blame the defense for a lot of things, and then the defense has a great game, and then Russ has a terrible game. So now I don't know which way to go with that anymore. But it's when I'm looking at it from an overall team standpoint, I think it's going to be a close game. It's going to be a shit bowl, like Megaton is saying.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see this game, any of these teams going over probably 20 points, honestly. It might be one of those games where we just see Russ throw like maybe a touchdown, Jordan Love maybe a touchdown, maybe, emphasis on maybe.
Flip, give us points because we have less than 30 seconds.
We got 1 minute. Okay. Yeah. I got the Broncos in this one. I got the Broncos in this 17-13 over the Packers.
All right.
It's going to be a shit bowl, though.
Yeah.
It's going to be terrible. It's not going to be fun to watch.
All right, 2 minutes. We're right back.
All right. Thank you guys for sticking with us as well. Start. Here we are.
Yeah, I'm on time watch, broski. I'm trying to help.
Yes, sir. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back.
All right.
All right.
Here we go.
All right, now.
Yeah, my bad. You can keep with your analysis. I just didn't want you to get cut off before you
Oh,
drop.
no, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
I did not see that timer at all. I'm not gonna lie to you.
40 minutes.
I'm on time watch. Don't worry about it. I'm like playing the Molly role right now.
Yeah, but the whole podcast is we're running on an hour and 16 minutes on the whole podcast. We normally finish
we're
an hour.
actually moving through pretty fast though. We're pretty efficient right now. I like this.
Yeah, we're getting there pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got the Broncos in this 17-13 over the Packers. I don't see this being a high scoring game. I think defensively, I think these teams are good enough defensively to can kind of keep these quarterbacks at bay. So yeah, I think it's a low scoring game. I think 17-13 is about right for me.
All right. Next up, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers going on the road against the LA Rams. Now, this is a must-win game for the Pittsburgh Steelers because everybody in the AFC North won last week, and they've had a bye week, enough time to get healthy, cook up a game plan, and because this is week 7. This is when the games really count because the first 4 games of the season is still glorified preseason. But the Steelers cannot win games with only scoring less than 15, 16, 17 points a game. It just can't happen. The Rams, and come on, guys, and the Rams got all their weapons firing on all cylinders. And Matt Stafford, I mean, the thing is, they might not be because look at who they have to contend with in the NFC West. But I mean, they're starting to look like themselves again. Now, can the Steelers defense become Houdini? That's the question. It's a road game. Well, actually, it's not that much of a road game because y'all know because the Rams share a stadium, and 2, the Steelers fans travel very, very well. And let's see. Oh yeah, I'm looking right now, and Deontay Johnson and Pat Freiermuth are coming back this week, and so is Anthony McFarland, the 3rd string running back. But is that going to be enough? I'm not sure it is. As much as I hate to say it, going ahead and give me the LA Rams over the Pittsburgh Steelers 26-20. Megatone, who you got? Rams Steelers.
Jay, I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you. I'm proud that you let that go. You know, I know how it hates to, betting against your own team hurts.
Yeah.
So I feel you, my brother. I feel your pain. I had to do it against the Bears earlier. Interestingly enough, Kyron Williams missing multiple weeks. So he's going to be out. Does Ronnie Rivers and Cam Akers step in and make this a real running game still? I don't know. Shaky, baby, on the running side, especially like Kyron Williams is that guy. Right. He's been putting up numbers. He's been doing things. I think they're going to miss him a lot more than you think. But, I mean, Puka, Cooper, and Tutu. It's the funniest name combination ever of wide receivers.
Yes. Very.
Puka, Tutu, and Cooper.
Yeah.
But those 3 with Stafford, I think they have enough to get busy on y'all secondary, man. Also, I am mad at how y'all are treating Najee Harris out there.
So am I.
I think he deserves more than how y'all put Jaylen Warren in the game to basically vulture his carries for no reason whatsoever. And your offensive line has done horrible run blocking. Is Pickett healthy?
Yeah, he is.
Is he healthy or is he playable?
Oh, he's like I said, he's healthy. He's had a bye week. He was probably about a good 80% last game. And like I said, this bye week, he's had enough time to get himself together, so he should be 100% good to go. But is a 100% Pickett?
He's gonna wear a brace, but he probably won't be mobile outside the pocket. They say.
But how good is a 100% Pickett really?
Not good. But you got Mitchell Trubisky. Other than that, you got.
Oh God.
He is not good. I told you that before. You were high on him at one point, and I told you he will break your heart. So give me Matthew Stafford clowning on these boys, and the wide receiver trio known as
Puka Tutu. Yeah.
Let me get them all having a pretty decent game this week. I'm gonna go with LA. Probably. I trust your defense, so let's go with 24 to 16.
Yeah, all I know is our defense cannot be on the field 40 plus minutes because that's a recipe for disaster. But anyway, Flip, who you got? Rams Steelers.
Rams Steelers. Yeah, I gotta go with the Rams here, man. The defense for the Steelers is great, but like Megaton was saying, you got the trio of crazy names with Puka, Tutu, and Cooper. All three of them are nice. You know, Matt Stafford, I feel like this would be a game you guys could win if Cooper Kupp was still out. But he's that quick pass, that quick release guy for him. And then you got Puka and Tutu opening up the downfield. It's a crazy trio for Matthew Stafford, and we know that he knows how to utilize it. The thing is, the run game, like Megaton was saying, is also my issue here because to open up those passing lanes, you got to have a nice run game. And I don't think any of these names that the Rams are throwing out this week are anything to even call home about. But it's just like, I say all that, and then I look at the Steelers' offense, and I lose all hope.
Yeah, and the thing is that we got all the weapons in the world. We got all the weapons in the world, but it's just like, you know, Kenny Pickett behind center. He's probably only playing 80%. And Matt Canada with his, I mean, the thing is, that dude must have, you know, a coloring book for a coaching sheet.
That and the O-line is not
no offensive line.
Yeah. And
that used to be the Steelers' bread and butter. They had that O-line that, you know, Le'Veon Bell could, you know, have a tea party behind before he decides where he's going to run to. That don't exist.
Max and them are long gone. That was when Big Max was there.
So now you got Najee praying to God a hole opens up, and then when one opens up, he ain't even on the field. It's Jalen Warren. So it's like, you're not going to get your main guy heated up. He's not going to get into a rhythm. And you got Aaron Donald back there. Kenny Pickett can't run this week.
No.
There's no running. He's wearing a brace probably if he's out there. So Aaron Donald's about to have a field day. This might be one of those games where he gets the 2-3 sacks that we expect from him because you guys won't be able to double and triple team him. So yeah, it's things like that just, you know, kind of like turn me off from picking the Steelers this week. So give me the Rams in this one, 24-13 over the Steelers.
Right.
Aaron Donald with a Captain Insano power bomb.
Yes.
The water boy, man. Bobby
shout out to Water Boy. Yeah.
Look at the pain in his eyes.
Yeah. That Aaron Donald sure is the devil, ain't he?
Sorry, we don't mean to beat up on your team.
Yeah. All right. Anywho, oh wow, AFC West matchup. You got the LA Chargers going on the road against the Kansas City Chiefs. Now the Chiefs have kind of been looking suspect lately, but they ain't got a 5-1 record for nothing. And the Chargers blew it against the damn Cowboys last week. It was a road game, but yeah, thing is, you know, Justin Herbert, Jay Herbo, he was looking pretty good. You know, like I said, minus, you know, him. You know, like I said, I don't know if the referees or whoever would, you know, dunk that ball in some Crisco or something, and they can't hold on to it. But that's neither here nor there. Chargers still got a decent running game, and the secondary is all right. But thing is, if Patrick Mahomes is back in rare form, the thing is, it doesn't matter because these games are always close. So that's something that you got to watch out for. But I mean, it's a home game, and you know, you know what? The Chargers would be the one to. This would be the.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, hear me out.
You don't stop.
Hear me out. This would be the game that the Chargers steal because of how the Chiefs have been looking lately and the way that the Chargers lost last week against the Cowboys. They would be the one to steal this one. But am I confident about that?
Hell no, you're not.
You're right, I'm not. I mean, but yeah. But my crystal ball has not lied to me yet. I mean, the thing is, I'm going to play it safe and just pick the Chiefs. But don't be surprised if they let this one slip through their fingers. I wouldn't be shocked at all because of the way the AFC West is. But yeah, go ahead and give me the Chiefs. I'm going to play it safe. Give me the Chiefs 28-22 over the Chargers. Megaton, Chiefs, Chargers. Who you got?
Chiefs. Stop. It's a home game at Arrowhead. I think this is going to be a fun game, though. So let me not, make it like they're going to run away with it and it's going to be disgusting. But I really trust this Chiefs defense.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Chiefs defense has had a fire lit under it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm loving what Justin Reed is doing out there in the secondary. Like, how you get 3 sacks as a damn safety?
Yeah,
that's nuts. You know what I'm saying? Like, or 3, like he's getting sacks.
That's like Ed Reed, Troy Polamalu, Ronnie Lott type of numbers.
Blitzing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, he doesn't have 3 sacks, but he's got help and pressures on quarterbacks like that much. He's got 1 sack though, so that's helpful. Mm-hmm. But he's out there going hard, man. Like, I love to see what he's doing. We already know what Chris Jones does, man. He's a frightening human being.
Yeah.
Like, just in general, he can wreck your team just like Aaron Donald can. Like, the pain and the angst exists within his soul somewhere. Even though he talks really nice when you hear him interviewed.
Yeah, he's channeling Bobby Boucher. He's channeling,
very articulate, but he's a frightening fucking human. He's out there quietly putting together a great season running. And Patrick Mahomes, I think he gets the ball to Rashee Rice a little more. I love the chemistry that's building there too. I think that they're super interesting, especially for a young kid. I think he helps him build him up, and he gets there. He's starting to learn how to sit in the zone like Travis Kelce and find those little open spots. I think another week for Kelce to heal up that ankle is helping a little bit too. I still love Sky Moore. That's my guy. Like, I don't know, man. I think Sky Moore is I think he's good. I just think he's really good. And I don't know why. It's not justifiable right now by the numbers, but I just have a feeling he's going to be really good. Keenan Allen off GP, he's going to put up his numbers. I don't think you stop that connection. But outside of him right now, I don't see anybody else out there. Like, Palmer stepped up a little bit, and I know you love Palmer over there, Flip. I know that's your man's.
He's all right.
But I don't see it. Eckler, still got to get his rhythm. Like, and once he gets his rhythm, I might believe in it a little more, and they incorporate him a little more. But the way I've seen Herbert playing right now, Justin Herbert, suspect, shaky, baby. Even though he has 2 interceptions on the year, he's still kind of looking shaky, baby. So let's give me Kansas City in this one, super close and a fun watch. So let's go with 27-24, Kansas City.
All righty. All right, Flip, who you got? Chiefs, Chargers.
It's the Chiefs game, unfortunately. Let's be honest here. This, as much as I want to pick the Chargers in this game, just because, like, we all see it, the Chiefs have been shaky this year. The receivers don't look great. Everyone thought Kadarius Toney was going to be the next guy up.
Who thought that?
Nobody outside of
people thought that.
Yeah, nobody outside of Chiefs fans. Nobody outside of Chiefs fans thought that.
When that trade happened, everybody said, "Oh man, Kadarius Toney, he's free from the Giants. It's just like Odell. He's about to go over there and ball out."
His favorite candy. Do we know what his favorite candy bar is? Exactly.
Butterfingers.
Yes.
Butterfingers.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, Flip.
Yeah.
Sorry,
but it's like there's no number one guy over there. There's no receiver identity over there. It's just Patrick Mahomes and some guys that he's throwing to, and still he's making it work. Much as I hate to say it, because I got to see that bullshit 2 times a year. He's still making it work, and they're playing at Arrowhead. It's gonna be the Taylor Swift show.
Oh God!
So like everything is against us right now. Even when we play at SoFi, I know you heard the crowd cheering for the Cowboys at a home game. Cheering for the Cowboys at a home game. So it's like we done for. We don't have home games. I told Dreadman this last year because he kept saying, "Oh, the Chargers are at home." I said they ain't got home games. There ain't no such thing as a home game for the Chargers. Yeah. And look, Justin Herbert, Megaton said it. He's looking shaky, and I get it. He doesn't trust Quentin Johnston. That's the rookie out there, and this week didn't help it. We saw that play where he got picked off at the end. Johnston got bullied off of that pass.
Oh hell!
He got bullied off of that. So Justin Herbert sees that, he's like, hell no, I ain't throwing you the ball no more. Where Keenan at? So when you pair that with the fact that our run game is looking terrible, as much as Austin Eckler wants to be a top-paid receiver or running back in this league, and I agree with him, he's not Christian McCaffrey.
No.
He doesn't get through the tackles consistently like McCaffrey does. He's a nice dual threat like McCaffrey, but he still needs that power back like Aaron Jones needs A.J. Dillon.
Yeah.
But Aaron Jones, I think, is a better runner. But it comes down to the O-line is looking shaky. Chris Jones is going to bully Pipkins just the way Michael Parsons did at the end. And we seem to love playing close games. So even if the Chiefs look terrible, it don't matter because we're going to keep the score close just because we love to give every fan stress and love to give every fan heart attacks. I'm telling you, that lady that was up on the screen for like the whole second half, she was every Chargers fan. Every year we get excited and then we see the actual games and there goes the despair. So yeah, give me the Chiefs in this game. Unfortunately, 27-20 over the Chargers.
Yeah. Hey, Flip, you got to shake it off.
That's the first step to recovery. Yeah. All right, next up. Sunday Night Football, prime time. You got the 5-1 Philadelphia Eagles at home against the 5-1 Dolphins. Prime time. Woo. Now, the Eagles, with the way they lost last week, they're going to come out like a swarm of pissed off Hornets. Hopefully. But is that going to work against the Dolphins? But look at the Dolphins receiving core matched up with that secondary of the Eagles. I don't know. This is a very, very hard one, but the Eagles are only favored by 2.5 points. Much more call it a field goal. But yeah, we saw the thing is this is a Tua versus Jalen Hurts battle right here. I'm gonna have a very, very close eye on this one, and it's gonna be a matter of execution for the weapon because I think defense might be damn near non-existent in this game, and I think both of these dudes are gonna run up the score. It's gonna be a shootout between these guys, but it all depends. Who do you like better in a shootout, Tua or Jalen Hurts?
I like Tyreek Hill better.
Yeah, yeah,
that part.
Yeah. But sheesh, that's very, very hard because, like I said, once Tyreek Hill gets 5 or 10 yards past with the secondary, he's gone. I don't care who's in that backfield. But oh man, is that going to be enough? All right, I'll tell you one thing that the Eagles can do. One thing they could do is slow down, play a very, very slow, grindy game. It might be boring. It might not be that fun to watch. But you will walk out of there you'll walk out of there with a W if you slow down that game. If you turn into a slow, grindy, game and you run the ball, because that's the thing. I remember Mike Tomlin said this once: if you want your opposition to score, you want them to score quick, so that way you can eat at the clock and time of possession. That's going to be the way. That's going to be one of their keys to victory here. This is hard. Wow. And damn.
I'll say this: Mike Tomlin ain't have to deal with Tyreek Hill.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying. Because we've seen what he can do in 26 seconds. So yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. A Dolphins win would not surprise me, but I'm gonna play it safe and pick the Eagles. If I'm lying, if I'm wrong, hey, yeah, give me the Eagles. Like I said, the defense is gonna be non-existent. 34-31. But yeah, here's the thing is that the Giants, not the Giants, but the Dolphins have been no stranger to dropping 35 points plus this season. That's something that y'all got to watch out for. But anyway, Megaton, who you got? Dolphins, Eagles.
All right. I think the defense thing, number one, I'm going to say Philly has a better defense.
Right.
And if there's anything that we've learned about Tua and that offense, even though Tua's putting up all those numbers, is they do a lot of complicated motion and moving around and things like that. And if you don't give him enough time to let Tariq and them get into their motions and get off the ball, you can stop them. I think that defensive line in Philly is no joke. Mm-hmm. And if you really put pressure on Tua sometimes, it's just one of those things where you can actually push him off of his square, and you can break through with that though. Jordan Davis is a monster. Josh Sweat is a monster. Like that defensive line is crazy. Hassan Riddick, he's coming for you, and he's going to be chasing you down. He's probably good for a sack or two, and you can't let Tua get beat up. So from a defensive standpoint, I still think Philly got enough defense to put it together. A.J. Brown is doing what A.J. Brown did. I told you, man, legend over there. But Tyreek Hill got damn near 1,000 yards already. And he got 800 and some yards. Right. And he's averaging like 20 yards a catch. Stop it, man. Like, just those are Madden numbers. They didn't miss a step with Mostert coming in. Even though, Achane was doing 12 yards of fucking carry, which is insanity peppers. Those are Madden numbers too. I got to go with Team Madden over there. I'm going to go with Miami in this one. Philly was winning games close and messy. I think they got exposed when they lost last week to a strong defense. And I think, do we get Jalen back? Is Jalen back this
I think
week?
He is back.
I've seen him stretching and doing shit. If he can do that and take AJ out of the game, then this gets ugly real fast. So give me the Dolphins in this one. I think this one should be fun. This should be our game of the week. Let's go with 35-31, and it's the Dolphins.
All right, Flip. Who you got? Dolphins, Eagles.
Just so we know, he was practicing, but he's been ruled out for this week.
Whoa.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So that may make me revise that. Let me take their score down just a tad bit. Put them back at like 28 then for Philly.
All right, so I agree with Dreadman. I think the game plan here is what Philly always does. They take the ball downfield for about 9 minutes a game every quarter, and usually when teams have to deal with that, they can't compete because obviously you need time to form a drive. You need time to get down the field. You need time to get the run game started. So when your team is off the field for so long, you can't get in that rhythm. With the Dolphins, everybody got 99 speed. They don't need to get into a rhythm. They just need to run downfield. That's basically it. So when I see that, I'm thinking to myself, Raheem Mostert has been running tremendously this year. I thought he was going to be, he's going to be all right. He wasn't going to be, anything special in that Dolphins backfield, but he's outperformed my expectations. Luckily for the Eagles, Achane isn't out there as well, because I wouldn't even have this game being close. Tyreek, we already know about Tyreek. I think he's projected to put up like 2,300 yards right now. He's averaging like 150 yards per game. Ridiculous numbers. This could end up being a shootout, a game where Tyreek Hill and A.J. Brown are just battling it down the field because you know how they are. They got egos. You got to prove yourself out there. So we could see Jalen Hurts trying to air the ball out and keep up with Tua. I don't think that's a smart idea, though. So hopefully they don't go that route. Hopefully they just keep the ball, keep the time of possession low, because Tua is prone to mistakes. Like Megaton said, they do a lot of motions. They do a lot of plays that are flag heavy. So, they could get called for illegal shifts and all this and get pushed back. And next thing you know, Tua's got to, sit in that pocket for a little bit too long. And that Dolphins O-line isn't amazing. Tua's been getting that ball out really quickly. So when he's got to sit in that pocket for too long, that's when the Eagles D-line is going to take over. But I got to go with the Dolphins here. The Commanders put 35 points up on you. I can't really rely on you to hold the Dolphins down. So give me the Dolphins in this one, 33-27 over the Eagles.
All right. And last but not least, Monday Night Football. We got, I just had it.
49ers, Vikings.
Yeah, 49ers. All right, Niners, Vikings. I'm going to make this one short, sweet, and to the point. The Niners are going to be another team that's going to come out like pissed off Hornets. And Minnesota has disappointed my ass this year. And the thing is, And I think Justin Jefferson is still injured. And if so, if he's not, I doubt
he's gone for at least 6 weeks.
Oh
yeah, no, he's not coming back. He's not coming back anytime soon, Jack.
Oh boy, yeah. I'm gonna make this one short, sweet, and to the point. And with with no run, with no real, the only thing that they really got is a running game. And I don't trust Kirk Cousins to duel it out with Brock Purdy and all his weapons. So this one might actually get
out with Brock Purdy sounds hilarious.
Yeah. But yeah. This might get ugly. Give me the Niners 31-14 over the Vikings. And I don't even care if the Vikings are at home. Megaton, who you got? Vikings, Niners.
I'm just hoping Deebo Samuel plays for my fantasy team. Please play in the game.
Yeah.
Stop doing this to me, Deebo. Like, for real, I need you. I picked you real early in the draft. So yeah, I'm with you. 49ers, like, they took that L and it was because of the damn kicker. If they have Robbie Gould, they hit that, like we said.
Absolutely.
Y'all miss my man Robbie Gould. Shout out to the Bears, man. Good as gold, man. We should have never let him go. We'd probably won instead of having the double doink that we got from
Cody Parkey. Yeah.
Against Cody Parkey, man. So so I feel the San Francisco 49ers pain in that one when you have a bad kicker. I don't think, you were smart about Jordan Addison last week, though, Flip. I got to give you your props for that. You said he was going to score. He did. And he stepped into that slot and kind of made that look interesting there. TJ Hockenson, decent wide receiver and all. But this does not become a shootout in any way, shape, or form. That San Francisco defense still has a defensive player of the year that we were talking about, man. Fred Warner is an animal.
Beast. Yeah.
An animal. 2 interceptions already, 2 sacks. Like, he's tackling everybody for loss.
Out there looking like Patrick Willis.
Crazy. You got also sneaky Javon Hargrave in the defensive tackle in the middle. I don't see anybody running on him, especially not Matson of all people. Like, I don't see that, and I don't see Cam Akers doing anything either. So, yeah, man, easy money. The easy money's on San Francisco in this one, even though you got the oblique rib situation with McCaffrey. I still think he finds a way to play and finds a way to score and keep his scoring run intact. So let me get them somewhere around 28 and Minnesota somewhere around 17.
All right. Flip, Niners, Vikes, who you got?
This one's going to be ugly. I don't think Christian McCaffrey's playing, and if he is, it's not going to be at 100%. I think those ribs
he's not ruled out.
He's not ruled out. Wow.
If he does play, it's probably going to be with a vest.
Yeah.
Because it's like a rib oblique injury. So I don't think he's getting the 18 to 20 carries we're used to. I do think he's going to be limited this game. They got to let him, heal up a bit, because you can't just have him out there getting beat up with a rib injury or any midsection injury like that and think he's going to be good for the rest of the season.
No.
Deebo, I'm not sure either.
Not ruled out yet either.
Yeah, it's a wait and see moment with this game, honestly. So I'm not entirely sure how to call this one, but I think even if they do play, we don't see them both 100%. But even with that, I mean, even Trent Williams is hurt. I think he might even. I know he came back in the game, but if you're paying attention to the game, they had to chip his side a lot because he was looking like he was just kind of fighting through that. So I think it was a MCL sprain or high ankle or something.
Sprain, yeah.
It might have swelled up. He might not be playing either. We just don't know. This 49ers team is looking like the 49ers of old, where they start getting all those injuries piling up and that potential starts to slowly waddle away. Luckily, they're playing the Vikings. And the Vikings don't have their best weapon. Kirk Cousins is mediocre. Jordan Addison, I think he's going to be a great addition to that team. I don't think he's their Justin Jefferson just yet when Justin Jefferson ain't there. So you can only throw the ball to TJ Hawkinson so much, and Madison ain't Dalvin Cook. So when I think about that, I still think the 49ers still have a great defense. And Kirk Cousins is prone to throwing those picks and fumbling the ball real often. So this might be the Purdy versus Cousins war, but I think the 49ers still got this. So give me the 49ers in this 23-16 over the Vikings.
All right.
I have a random question for these two guys. What do we think is wrong with Kirk Cousins? Like, because his numbers don't look bad if you look at it on paper.
Yeah.
Like he's top 5 recently over the past years in passing.
His weapons make him look better than what he is. That's the answer. Look at who we had in the last couple of years. That's when he still had Dalvin Cook. That's when he had Justin Jefferson, who was 100% healthy. That's when they actually still had TJ Hawkinson. So yeah, his weapons are making him look better. That's what it is.
And they had Adam Thielen.
And Adam Thielen. Yeah,
and
Adam Thielen
is like a possession receiver. You see what he's doing out there in Carolina. But I don't know, man. The Kirk Cousins hate is a lot for me. Like, I think he's better than people give him credit for. But he's what doesn't put him over the edge? Because it's something like, I think it's crunch time for me. Like, when I see him in crunch time, he's not the quarterback that I trust to take the ball down the field and make sure like he makes the right decisions in crunch time every rep.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's that and the fact that he's very turnover prone. I think he's the guy that you expect to see a fumble from every game.
Exactly, and it's like
you tap him in the pocket, and that ball's flying somewhere. It feels like you see it every week.
Yeah.
So he's soft. You're saying he's soft.
He might be. He's one of those quarterbacks that he's one of them quarterbacks that tuck when they see the defender coming.
Yeah.
He's not Andrew Luck. He ain't about to sit there and take a hit.
Exactly.
That might be it. Maybe that's the issue. Because I've been trying to figure it out. Because like when he's got people open and he does that, it's cool. Maybe he's just soft.
Maybe.
That might be it, because he can't hold on to the ball. When he throw the ball, it's a little scary.
Yeah.
He'll
throw up a prayer. Yeah.
Because, and I'm gonna be 100% real right now. The only difference between him and Justin Herbert is that Herbert, when he started his career, had a lot of game-winning drives.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why we're not having that Herbert conversation yet. Because Justin Herbert has been real questionable lately. As a fan, I don't like to say that, but it's looking that way. I'm gonna need him to tighten up a little bit. I know he's only got Keenan Allen out there, and that's a little problematic. But got to tighten up on that, because Kirk Cousins to me is a top 15 quarterback.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think that's pretty easy. I think he's easily a top 15 quarterback in this league.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
Top 10 though is where
I would say like top 12. I would throw him in the top 12.
I'll say top 15.
Yeah, you could say top 12.
I'd say top 12. I can name 10 easily better than him, but when I start to get to 11 and 12, it gets real shaky.
That's where you get to like the Matthew Staffords and the Trevor Lawrences and all those guys. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm taking Kirk Cousins probably over Trevor Lawrence. I don't know about Matt Stafford.
That's bold, but
he got better numbers than Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
he got better numbers than half the quarterbacks you're gonna name right now. He just doesn't have feet, and he's soft.
Well, weapons is a big, like I said, weapons has a lot to do with that.
Everybody got weapons, damn near.
I mean,
top 10 quarterback, you got weapons. Every single one,
unless you're Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, unless Patrick Mahomes.
Think about it. Except for Patrick Mahomes, right? And Mahomes, other than no, he got
Kelsey.
Right, you have Kelsey. Stop.
But he has Hawkins.
Weapon. You got Pacheco coming out, but yeah, your wide receivers on the outside, suspect as hell.
Yeah. Well, gentlemen, oh wow, we actually got a few seconds left. But anyway, that'll do it for this edition of the Fourth and Goal podcast. Flip, Megaton, thank you guys for hosting the show with me, and this was a hell of a show. This is probably my best show yet, Anyway, I'll see you guys next week. Thank you guys for holding the show. Me, you guys are the best. Peace out.
Peace.
Peace, man.